An open-world Rockstar game. If my career has taught me anything thus far, I foresee a bunch of unnecessary death, silly ragdoll positionings, and large quantities of glitch. Rockstar Games presents a product that spent countless hours rendering and animating horse testicles. What a world.
Abigail says he's dying, Dutch. We'll have to stop someplace.
Oh, really? Abigail told you he's dying. Did he also happen to tell you that he's supposed to be a girl?
An old man in town. Ben, it ain't far.
Ah, mining town. That'll keep us safe. What a perfect pick. Phil Hooker. I wonder what technology he's got stashed away when the parents visit. Horse system design. Ladies and gentlemen, the man responsible for the moving bollocks.
Is that someone coming towards us?
Oh, you know what? As a matter of fact, I think I do see him on the hill. Oh, that's right. Look at that. It's an employee of Activision Blizzard.
How's Davey doing?
He didn't make it. Nor did little Jenny.
And Mac, Sean?
We don't know.
You know that scene in The Simpsons where Cletus brings out all of his children? I feel like that is the list of the dead.
We lost a few folks, but that's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, it's just the way of the world, Bobby. Those people you love, you kiss them down, you tuck them in bed at night. Nah, it's fine when they're dead. And this world keeps turning, it's fine by me. My name's Micah. I don't care how many people die. I'm a sociopath.
Let me handle this. We don't want to spook these fine people.
No, we want to shoot them in the head unawares so we can steal their stuff and house our people there instead. I mean, if that's not the way this goes after Mike is saying some people just die, that's the way it is, I'm going to be shocked.
There's a corpse right here.
Is that one of ours?
Keep your eyes on Dutch.
The subtitle said to protect. I took that at face value and decided that probably best to just do the shooting now. I don't know the melee button. It hasn't told me the melee button. I'm going to have to discover it. Found it.
Why making a run for it?
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I got it. Right in the spine. It's fine. I didn't fumble for a good 10 days trying to figure out, in essence of my character, how my hands worked to punch a man. Okay, so I have no valuables. That's very telling. Kid Harington apparently isn't finding any work after Game of Thrones. Given the fact this joke's still going, it's quite evident there's no material here. Oh, I'll go investigate the barn. I don't think I'll find something more riveting than Glenn did in a barn, but I'll still give it a go. Unless, of course, this installment of Red Dead ends up getting a similar DLC to the original. In which case, I may indeed find zombies in the barn.
Bastard, shot my cut! I'm gonna break your neck!
That does seem fair. Although, I clearly have mastered the B button more than you. Question or beat? Ah, what a conundrum.
I don't know more than that, I swear!
Oh, I swear too. I know all of them. I know the C word, the B word, but that ain't gonna stop me from pressing the B button. So I can either choke him or spare him. Considering the fact that you guys drew the first bullet, you threw the first punch and jumped me. Actually, I've just remembered I shot the first bullet. You think that would be a moment of moral realization and course correction, but no, I'm going to tread the path the exact same way. I'm going to hold the Y button till his eyes go blue. Pick up your hat. Wouldn't want to leave that behind. I've played Mario 64. I'm well aware of the bloody troubles of trying to get this thing back. Don't worry, Betsy. I'm a pat you. I mean, I keep hitting the button quite a bunch, so I'm not sure if I'm going to pat you or harass you, but either way, here you go. It's fine. I'll make your testicles shrivel right up.
What's your name, miss?
Sadie Adler. Mrs.
Given recent events, I'm pretty sure it isn't Mrs. anymore. Just try to remind yourself. You're Miss now, for the way you'll always miss your husband. Let's just say you can widow me one for that correction, huh?
Arthur, how you doing?
Well, I haven't felt my left nut in about 3 weeks, but other than that, dandy.
It's little John. He's got himself caught into a scrape again.
He ain't been seen in two days.
Your John will be fine.
Javier, will you ride out with Arthur? You're the two best fit men we've got.
Now?
We're pretty worried about him.
Why do I get the impression that not a single person in this room gives a solitary damn or shit about anybody to their left or right? Is it because every single person needs to correct themselves when they say that they care about the missing person? No, yeah. An investigation over, detective. I've solved the case. They're all bastards.
Dutch killed a girl in a bad way, but it was a bad situation.
That ain't like him, though.
Oh no, that's exactly where I had the conversation too. I don't want to hear any more about Dutch killing a girl in a bad situation. No, please, by all means, just cut it off right there. Don't investigate further into this very troubling situation. I like how the tutorial in this instance is saving a man's life and careening around a rickety mountain pass. It was simpler times in San Andreas. I just jumped over a fence and rode a bike. It was a lot better than climbing Mount Everest.
How you doing?
I'm miserable.
Marston, you hear me?
John Marston? How the hell dare a whole building full of bastards not give one lickety-livered goddamn lilypecker about John Marston?
Never thought I'd say this, but good to see you, Arthur Morgan.
I never thought I'd say this to anybody other than Sean, but you've got red on you. I'm pretty sure I've just laid in the trampled one of the doggies.
Thanks for coming for me.
You're welcome. Nobody wanted to do it, but I was coerced into it. Forced, you could say. The idea wasn't either of ours.
You might fancy living on deer piss and rabbit shit.
I don't believe I do.
Would you please look after the place? There are O'Driscolls about.
If we scream any louder, they'll be on our doorstep.
What's that? Tracks.
Do you seriously ask what horse tracks are when you've been, creating them for about 30 miles? I think I'm controlling a guy who's playing his own personal game of Limbo IQ.
Mr. Bell.
Give us a ring if you hear anything.
Home? I think so.
How can you tell from this distance? I won't be able to recognize somebody who knew my entire life with these binoculars.
You don't seem very happy.
Who in this jizz-stained valley could ever be happy? When you wake up and you can feel your bones brittle from the cold, do you think a smile would ever cross your face?
There's enough of those bastards down there to deal with as it is. Now, come on.
I am trying, believe me. But with this being a midnight release game, and us walking at the speed of slugs melting in salt, I do believe I'm getting a little drowsy-eyed.
Just make the call. You want to take the lead? Go.
Okay. Damn it! I'm sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. I was aiming my new shiny rifle. You said the word go, and I thought that was the signal to go. This is twice I've done this now. I am a liability to everybody. I always give Micah a hard time, but it's actually me that's the problem. Nope, I'm dead. Oh, I was supposed to say a thing. I took his head off, alright? That's 10 points to Gryffindor, I heard nothing other of it. Hey, I just hit left trigger and it auto-aimed perfectly. Isn't that handy? It's like I don't need to aim. Oh, Greg does. Greg's got more marksmanship with his camera than I do with my gun. How did he not die? I just took off his hat with that bullet. Anything I can shoot to remove your hat is something that's quite critical to living. I may not get redemption, but I can make sure you're red and dead. Okay, I've got to say, this shooting is quite satisfying. It might have something to do with the fact that every time I fire the goddamn trigger, it sounds like Zeus shits out a lightning bolt. What are you doing? I think he went out in the middle of a firefight to loot the corpses of his friends. I think they owed him money. And one way or another, hook, crook, or nook, he's going to get it. Oh, I'm actually 1-for-1 looting the corpse. Wow. I just picked him up like a sack of potatoes, took out the one that was least full of mold, and walked away. Just started happening without my consent. I'm very okay with it, though. Oh, there's one right there. You couldn't have had the drop on me anymore unless you parachuted onto my skull. How the hell did he mess that one up? Excuse me, sir, would you mind not out of behind that tree? His bark quite literally was worse than his bite. Didn't even use it for cover. I just 1-for-1 flawlessly whooped his hat off his head, and now he's going to get quite cold before he dies, and there's something so satisfying about that. Shot his hat off and warmed him right up with the wonderful fiery lead. Oh, got your nipple. I just got a gold item from somebody's chest. Did I just win the gambling loot box from corpses? Oh, I'm sorry, are we looking for explosives? I think that might be in that box. They're labeled dynamite. Did I lose my hat at some point? I lost my hat at some point. Where on earth is my hat? This is infinitely more important than the job at hand.
Well, you didn't get combed, but this head'll hurt him a lot more than any bullet in the head.
Oh, more than a bullet in the head. I guess we should massage his feet too. That'll be much worse than death. Chase down and lasso the okay, this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna kill my horse if I keep going this fast. I learned something from Legend of Zelda, right? When the carrots run out, you stop doing it. That horse hoof's getting low. This isn't sadistic at all.
Please, you don't need to do this.
You're right, I don't, but what I do need to do is take your hat off and then wear it for my own, because I've lost mine. Can I loot you and take the hat? You got a potent health cure, though. Apparently living things have better loot than dead. I'm not sure how that works. Maybe them falling to the ground breaks it. But then again, what did this guy just do after being lassoed?
Please don't!
Don't what? Don't put you on the back of my horse and take you with me? So you're saying you'd rather be left out here all alone to freeze to death?
You got me mixed up with someone else!
Oh, mixed you up with someone else, though? Out here in the wild, I'm meeting all types of people, am I? Who did I mix you up with? The guy who knocked off my hat? You don't want to be the guy who knocked off my hat.
What's your name, boy?
I don't know.
You don't know your name?
It's Kieran.
Kieran what?
Duffy. Kieran Duffy.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is a real bad day for you, Kieran Duffy.
You know what? I'm beginning to warm up to Arthur. Despite the climate, I'm beginning to warm up to him.
Please, I'll do anything. I've only been running with them a couple of months.
Your tone changes more often than a rampant diarrhea sufferer's pants.
No, I ain't no Driscoll, mister. I hate that fella.
Oh yeah? When I held X on you, you said O'Driscoll. So I'm inclined to think that's a lie. I don't know what we do in this guy's camp, but if it were mine, that's a battling. Mission complete. Old friends. I think even with an unlimited supply of food, a sudden turn of the weather, and hell, even a little bit more of a merciful side to our leader, I don't think Kieran and I are gonna make it to old friends. Like this video, subscribe for more, and watch the video linked. Thank you very much for watching this silly shit. If you enjoyed it, feel free to do the things mentioned. And hey, let me know if you want certain things from this, because I intend on doing it weekly, at the very least, so do inform me. Anyway, thank you to the patrons specifically for supporting this shit show, and to the VIPs, David Beasley, Sir Face Munchler Hernes Man, Katie McClara, AJ, DJ Kitty, Colin Jones, King of Ember, and E. Magnus Harm. Thank you infinitely. I appreciate you. This show wouldn't be what it is without your support. And,